Hi guys, good evening. Just give me one moment. I'm just setting up. All right. I'm all good. Hi Joe. Hi Mr. Surgery. Namaste. Hi Vivek. Hi Salim. Hi Uttam. Hi Raghu, Shri, Arvind, Suraj, Vani. Good evening. I hope you all had a good weekend. Friday, I did not trade much because the market went down already beyond the levels which I was expecting. So kind of took a backseat and then saw the market going down the way it did. Almost made a next to the previous lows. But let's see how what happened in the past and whether we can recover from there or we can continue to go down more. We'll evaluate it. And there's no economic news as such this week. So most likely we'll have less volatile environment as compared to what we had last week. Like in the last few days, we have almost 10% fall on S&P and much more than on Nasdaq. Practically, we are in less than 20% of the highs, more than 20% of the from the highs. So we are in a bear market. So we should understand that and take appropriate actions based on it. In between, hi Naisa, hi Rupesh, Abhijit, Shrikant, Sinu, Shri, Manavai, Gagan, Srinivas. Hi, good evening, all of you. So right now, market is a little green. It's 1 point green practically, so it's flat, but it's good to see green. It already went and test 3688 area. That's about 22 points from here. The volume is all right, about 18,000 in first 30 minutes, which is fine. But we need to see how the volume intensify over the night. Usually, like it's 300 to 4,000 by the morning, 9:30. But if it is less than that, then it will give us a cue that how much volatility we can expect. If we have more volume and we see strength, we'll take a cue from that. All right, so I'm gonna do some scans today. First, again, my weekly scan of Inside Day, and as I said, Friday I did not trade much. First, I got stuck in the New York subway for 15 minutes, and then I missed good opportunities to short, and then I just waited, waited. Did nothing else. So I'll start from my first scan, which is Inside Day scan. So let's see if we have any Inside Day on Friday. Beyond Meat and ES. So not much. Let's see on the weekly candle if we have Apple has inside week and Twitter. So I'll make a note on Apple inside week. And ES has inside day. I'm just making a note. Twitter, I do not trade because it's more of news sensitive. So there's much not happening in it. And then we have the open high or open low. So this is a scan which many people have asked from me that how to set this up. Guys, I'm going to spend 1 minute on this. I've done this multiple times. So one more time, if you go to Think or Sim as a tool, click on the scan, click add filter. A default structure will come. You just need to choose custom, right? When you use custom, it will, let me cancel that. a screen will come like this. Here you have the option to add condition. You just need to choose the price. You have open, and you can choose equals to. You can choose price low in 1 bar. That's 1 day. Save that, and you will have this condition. Repeat the same for high, and make sure you have any of them, these conditions set. Then you can try and run this scanner. This will give you price whenever the stock open and the low price is there. They are same. It means this is the good bullish mode, and you can go long, keeping a stop loss somewhat like a few points below this open and low price. On the same hand, if you have open equals to high, you can go short, keeping a stop loss at least 1 point above the high price so that you do not get any stop losses hit it. So this is a very simple scanner which you can use if you are not technical whatsoever. This is a very basic setup which you can use. Raman, I have no idea how to use TOS in Canada. I don't know. You need to check whether you can do a proxy or you can access it through VPN. I have not done that. So you need to figure that out for me. In between, hi guys, hi Dave, hi CN, hi Nathan, Francis, Risk, Ashwin. Thank you, Raghu. GDP and core PC. I think we have gone through that a lot, so I don't expect too much from core PC. GDP, everybody knows is negative right now, so nothing fancy. Uh, all right. So if people look at this chart, open equal to high or open equal to low, look at SPX. This is a very clear indicator. Like, you may try to track any single stock, but if you can use SPX and keep open high or open low in check, this will clearly give you an idea. Whenever SPX is equal to open and high same, always short it. Never try to long on that market. Same thing when open or low are same, always go long. SPX is kind of a cheat code which will give you the direction of the market. Always check at around 9:45-ish that what is the value of SPX open, high, and low. These are the three price action items you need to compare for SPX and start your day. Gives you a confidence that yes, if they are same, the market is going to be unidirectional throughout the day. All right, that's all about the scans. Now let's go and do the analysis. So first come first, we'll do ES. So ES on first, let's take a weekly view. So weekly wise, we went down right from this area. We went down, made a low, but this low is a higher low as compared to the June's low. This was 36.31 and this was 36.60. So if we hold on to this lows, which is about 1% from now, if we can hold on to here, we might see some reversal because this is setting up a big W as well. If we can do this, we might see 43, 4,400 eventually. Again, I'm just trying to see if we can hold this low. If we lose this lows one more time, we're going to come down and we can come down drastically. to 33.97. This is the area where you will see the regression channel is also hitting on the weekly, as well as this is the next Fibonacci support for me. And this is the pre-COVID high. So this number is a number where I would blindly go long. I would buy at this point with confidence, with almost 100% confidence at these levels, 33.97. This is kind of a lottery for me when prices comes around this area. But again, we are at about 3,700 right now. Possibility will open only when 3660 is gone. Otherwise, we are still uh, going to do a relief bounce, and let's look at the strength of that relief bounce. If relief bounce has some tenacity, has some width, power behind it, we might intensify that move, because again, there's no meeting happening in October. The same thing which was in August, there was no meeting in August. And once the July thing was done, market rallied into one direction. So now we have all the negative news in front of us. We have a 4% rate of interest, like 375 basis point hikes. The Fed $120 billion money buyback or bond buyback program is still to get at full flow. They are still trying to see whether they can reach to this optimum uh, price. Right now, they're not doing it. Right now, it's less than $60 billion, or from $50 billion. It is not $95 billion as expected or as mentioned by the Fed. So there's one more report which I checked. That was a report where the funds have capital on the sidelines. Now, once the funds have capital on the sidelines, there's a possibility that that money may come, because we are almost at the end of this quarter. See, these are very fundamental things. We have Q3 finishing on 30th September. Okay. All the bonuses are based on the closing on 30th September. So if market is at almost year-to-day lows, the funds will come and they will try to make sure that they show less year-to-day losses by pushing the market up in 32 up to 30th September date. This is pretty common, so keep an eye on that. I still feel that this week will be a week where we'll see the relief bounce, because first, there's a quarter ending. Second, all the negativities which are supposed to be there are cleared, are very much uh, in front of the market now. Market does not require uncertainty. Market needs certainty. Now, the negative news of Fed was over and it's clear. And then there's no Fed event as such for the rate in the month of October. So we are well away from 12 EMA. We are well away from 34 EMA, which is 39.63, 38.50. So there's a high potential if we cross this 37.50 line, which is the important trend line, which we were holding. So if we can hold and get back above this crossbar, above 37.50, I think we have a really good potential to see 38.50 by the end of this week. Because this is the week where you will have your profit locks. If you're a fund manager, you want to make sure that, yes, you buy at this level so that the average price of your equity or average price of your portfolio gets much better and shows less loss as compared to if the market closed at this time. All right. So these are some fundamental things or economic things which I wanted to share in terms of levels, in terms of trend. As I said, we are in the bear market. Now, one important thing you need to see, all these candles, we were making newer lows. We were not making newer highs, but we were making newer lows. As of now, we have not made a new low because we just opened on Sunday evening. So this low of 3660 is going to be really, really important. I'm going to go short only if it loses 3660. If it holds 3660, if it comes near 3660, I will give one buy. So I'm right now neutral. I want to buy in this market. I'll just go back to the normal candles. So the trend we have shared is clear. I want to buy where you see this price, the open price. This is the close 37.11.15. If we can come and test the middle of it, which was like this area, the previous area, 37.50. 37.50 is our first target if we go long in this market now. 37.50. This is the area where we can see some good intensity buying or squeezing happening. 37.50. If market goes higher, this is our first target, the trend line. All right. The next target comes out to be this area. I'll just make a line here. This was the resistance. So this is the second area. That's about 3810, 3820 area. So this is the first area where you see this line. That's also a crossbar here. So if we bounce, that's the first target. Again, condition is we are holding this low. We can buy anywhere in this area and we can go long if we hold 3660. We'll only go short if we break 3660. My bias is we are going long. So I'm getting positive bias buy in the range 3680 to 3700, keeping 3660 as my stop loss and 3820. If it comes in this range, I'll be a buyer. Right now it's trading above 3700. So, but it gave an opportunity 3688, which passed on for now. So it's important. Now, here I'm going to make one important note. A possible W in place if 3660 holds and does not break 3631. This is really, really important. If we lose 3631, we are going for 3397. Now, on the short side, sell below 3660 and stop loss will be 3680. Target first 3631, which is the previous low. 3639, sorry. 39, which is the previous low. And if we lose this, the next target comes around this area, 35, 3620, and then let me just increase to 5 years. Let me just make one more drawing here. I'm just taking last candle into consideration and just drawing to the top. Let me just cancel right extension of Fibonacci. I'm gonna keep this here and start from here. go to this point and I want to hide this. Remove drawing for now. Like, yes. So these are the new levels. Let me just configure them properly. Right click, edit properties. I'm going to name it latest retracement from 925. The low is 3660 and the highest 4327. Thirty-six 60.25 4327. Okay. So we bounced here into this and if we lose 3660, we test this one, we test this one, we test here. Next one is 3600 roughly, 3620, 3600. Now break of 3639 is really negative. All right, so that's yes. Now let's on to triple Q or tech stocks. Tech stocks again, like they all made hammer. There are some gaps, and we had seen some massive move down on triple Q, and it's like outside of my regression channel and everything. So I'm gonna click here, active this, and try to bring it here from the current top to here. I adjusted my regression channel so that I can see whether I'm still in that range or I'm breaking out. So I clicked back here. So as per my regression channel, I am still above the trend line. It is down. It tried once here to break out. It's an important juncture right here, 274. If it holds this area 270, like where it closed, if it can cross above 277, I think we can have some serious move away coming for triple Q back to 284 and 290. So triple Q, I am positive now. It almost came to 274, which was the last important level. Now the failure of 61 tested the zero. Now zero should provide the support plus this purple trend line. It is also there. We have a gap which is of 1 point, which needs to be filled. The gap filled, then we have a potential to move higher. That's why I'm saying I'm more inclined towards a move towards the end of the month, because first there's a closing. Second, all these are making hammers at the bottom of these trends, and usually hammer followed by a good positive move. Again, if you don't know what is a hammer, let me just show you before I proceed further. Hammer, candle, pattern. See, this is a hammer. You see, we're coming from the top to the bottom and we are following with the hammer. You're coming from top to the bottom and followed by a hammer. This is top to the bottom and followed by a hammer, meaning there were buyers. They don't want to close it below this. This is again an important level. So I'm going to try a positive bias on triple Q from here. All right, I hope you understand what a hammer is. So positive, I'll just copy this here. Buy above, not only buy above 277.50, or you can buy in the range on the safer side, 275 to 277. Stop loss 274. Target is, first one is the gap, which is 278.80. Second one is the 23.6 Fibonacci. So we'll go one by one. 284. I'm giving it a 60%. Now I'm going to remove it and put bullish hammer, important support, area of 274. This is an important area, so should be respected by the market. Then on the negative side, short side will only sell below 274. Stop loss will be 276-ish. Target will be 269. I think 269 should be fine for now. If we lose 269, then it's going to be really, really bad. We might hit 261. So I hope that we do not break down as badly as it appears. So I'm just going to keep my fingers crossed that, yes, we are in the negative environment, but I want market to jump once before it gives up one more time. Then let's go to the individual stocks. Apple. Apple also has a hammer here. It's somehow able to hold on to this 38.2 Fibonacci, 150 area, like 2-3 times. Even on Friday, the things were so bad, but Apple was least negative compared to the other stocks. So I'm going to try long on Apple with the stop loss. Like if you see these two candles, the low is 148.37 and 148.56. So Friday we made new low, but Apple did not make a new low compared to what we had on 9/16. So market made a new low on Friday, but Apple did not. So that gives me confidence that yes, Apple is doing better. We'll have chance to short it, but right now I want to go long on Apple. And it's a hammer, not 100%, but bullish hammer. And this is all daily time frames. And it also has an inside week. I'll mention it here. And guys, if you have any questions, keep on posting in the chat. I'll try to answer once I'm done with my analysis. So I want to buy Apple. $150.75. Stop loss, I'm keeping Friday's low, as I said, which is 148.56. I'm looking for 154.80. That's the first target I have. 154.80. That's the 12 EMA test as well as the Fibonacci, and then 157.44. Possibly Apple has that piece. AMD, like AMD is set up for a potential morning star. It has come down from 104 and has made a gravestone doji. Gravestone doji is where your open and close are exactly the same. The open was 68 and the close was 67.96. So, Hardeep, I did not take trades on Friday. So, I think it's going to be a potential morning star if it opens above 69. So, I'm going to try a long on AMD. It's a potential morning star. I want to buy above 69. Target is 74 and 76, 74.40 and 76, giving it a 60%. And it's a morning star. Yep. Stop loss, I would keep this one 68. I'll keep that as my stop loss. Amazon. Amazon has lost this area, but as I said last time, that 112, 113 area where it bounced off Friday was a previous area where it had consolidation. So in this zone last time, it was consolidating and it came to back test it. Once it had a breakout, again, it's a Fibonacci. It failed, came back and testing this area. So I think above 115 app or Amazon will be really good, or even with Friday's low. If you want to go long, keep Friday's low in mind, which is 112. It's a good opportunity to try Amazon long. Again, buy in the zone 114, 115, stop loss 112. Target is 119 and 122. And you all will be surprised why I'm going long after all this. I'm just looking at the data which is in front of me and making a bias on that. And all these, as I said, market has lost substantial percentage in the last few days, and that was some aggressive selling. So we should see some relief bounce in the market. Salim, I prefer to the close of the candle. Boeing failed really badly. Again, it's a failure from 100% all the way to 131, 38.2 percentage. Now, I really don't know why it went down because crude has come down, which is a very good cost hit area for airlines, and Boeing is a supplier of airlines. But this area, 38.2 Fibonacci, 131, if it supports, we have some gaps to fill, and we have the 12 and 34 EMA, both very far from the candles. So possibly bounce from here. Otherwise, if we lose 131, we might hit 124, which is 23.6 Fibonacci there. So I'm going to post both the things on BA. BA, I am now neutral. I was positive, but not now. Lost important area. Failure of 131.68. Yeah, leads to 124.55. This is British Amazon important support area of 112 to 110. Now here we need to buy above. I want to buy above 133 practically. 132.90. Stop loss 131.50. Yeah. Target should be 137.50. And 143.20. Facebook, I think it's holding, as I said, Facebook, this was a consolidation and a breakdown into the consolidation. It's coming long into the support. Like if it loses Friday's low, like Friday's lows will be all important. Now, if we can get 142 and above, I'm positive on Facebook. Buy above 142. We can have this short below 140 for new lows. This can test 135, 132 if it loses Friday's low. So I wanted to go above $1, 1%. And if it holds and breaks above 142, which is the close of the candle right here, the middle of the previous candle, almost high of this candle. If it does, we'll have some move. CRM. CRM again, like on Friday, could not break above 149.76 and lost this area. Now, whether we are going to have a failed breakdown, because this is a breakdown from this area, or if we can have a candle which comes back and test 153. This is going to be really, really important. So I'm trusting on a failed breakdown. So I want to go long above the open price here. The open price was 148. So I want to go long on CRM above 148. Possibly failed breakdown can bounce. And I've explained the failed breakdown theory in the chat as well as on the Twitter. How to identify the failed breakdown. Stop loss is 145. That's too far, but that is 145. Target is 153.40. Netflix on Friday went down because some accountant lost the job, or I don't know. It lost and it went down substantially. There is no gap which needs to be filled on Netflix right now. 216 or 220, 224 area is really, really important. Once it regains that 229, 230 area, I am very positive on Netflix. It has made a double top right now. Looking at this and this 1 and 2, it has also made a M pattern. So the M pattern will only be voided if we can regain 230 area. That's about 1% move. And Netflix has potential to do $10, $15 very easily. So I am going to keep at least hope that yes, if it comes in this area, I have potential to test back this. Because before this last week, Netflix was showing some serious strength in the market. And one accountant lost a job in Netflix should not have a big deal. But the market was so negative. The trend line is still positive, that 12 EMA is above the 34 EMA. So I wanted to go back about 230. So Netflix, I want to go above 230. buy above 230.55 and stop loss will be 229. Targets will be 233.50. 233.50. Sell below 229 for 216. 216 will be a really, really good area for Netflix if you want to buy. LMT, I just want to get rid of it. It didn't work out. We'll have one thing where we can fit in. Etsy has done the targets. Like again, this is setting up for a potential morning star. There were gaps which were filled, and now there are no gaps on Etsy. So again, I would reiterate, wherever you have gaps, those gaps are always filled, no matter what. So this is a really, really good area. If it crosses 99, that will be a plus, and we can have a move towards 104. Etsy had a good earnings last time, and after earnings, this gap has filled. So this is right the stock where it was before the earnings. So if you are ready to buy Etsy at that time, this is a good time to buy Etsy one more time. So it's 94-ish, the good stop loss for Etsy. I am now positive 94. I want to buy near 90s, buy above 97.50. The stop loss is a little bigger, 97.50. But the targets will also be 199 and 105. Potential morning star. Same thing is happening with Microsoft. Microsoft is holding this 238 area. It's not losing that. So if market has to bounce, Microsoft should provide bounce along with Apple. So I'm going to keep Microsoft as neutral because for last 2 days it has not break down because 239. So if it has to go down, I will only sell this before or below 238 now or 225. If it goes below 238, I would sell it, but not now. So I'm going to copy this. Microsoft buy above 239. Stop loss 237.60. Targets are 243, 247. Same thing with Google. Google has tested the trend line now. And again, if all these companies have to hold their Friday's low. If they are losing Friday's low, then the index is making new lows. Plus, all these stocks are going into more negative lines. So I'm gonna interested to go long in in Google only if I can. Like this is also a hammer. Only above Friday's high 99.63. So 99.60. I want to go high. This is also a bullish hammer. So I want to buy near 99, 99.60. Stop loss is this, targets are fine. So Google stop losses and targets are fine. Nvidia was one of the stocks which was showing some strength. Again, it's a potential morning star, and this is well away from the 12 EMA line. Now 12 EMA line needs to come back and come into the game. If we loses or if we lose, we had a target of 117. Right now we had a green candle, and it's a potential morning star. So if we go above 126 on Nvidia, again I'm giving a positive tone. Uh, Potential morning star. Gonna change this here. I'm almost bullish on almost every stock. Buy above 126, which is the high. Target is to complete this candle, which is 130 and 134. 130 and 134. Stop loss will be the open 124. Tesla short did 275 and stuck right there. 275. There is a small gap which is there, and this is interesting. If 272 now again for Tesla, if 272 is or 273 is gone, which was my previous target 273, and Friday low was 272.80. So if 272, let's make it 272.75 is gone, then we should sell it for 265. Tesla has events this week. It has that court case hearing against Twitter. So it's going to be really, really interesting how it pans out. And if we have to go long, I will only go long if we can cross above this area, the close of this 277.60. Stop loss 275, and target will be the gap 284 or 286, 285, 85, and then 289.50. Not relatives, then now if Tesla is 265, I have a gap of 253, which needs to be filled on Tesla. So I'll just mention 253. That's the list. I have space for one ticker. Can anybody suggest me one ticker? Yes, and that's like, I think that was nothing. Like he left for 4 months and there's nothing else, nothing substantial behind him. Shade gold is getting hammered really bad because of dollar. That is correct. Gold, I am looking to invest in gold, just to be honest, but I want DXY to come down. DXY is not coming down, and that is the whole problem. This is like a 5-year candle. If we look at 3-year or let's say month candles, this is really, really ugly. The stop loss which I see right now is around 1610, 1612. That's it. If it loses that area, the gold can come down much more. But if market is to go higher from here, DXY has to come. And when DXY will come, gold will move higher. I need to see. Let me share the Zoom link first with all of you. And if you want to join, please mute yourself once you're joining. And if you have any questions, raise your hand and we'll do one by one. Gary, that's too much because all these sectors I don't trade. I specifically look into few sectors that I have focused on because it's difficult to track and trade all the sectors. Right now, market is 3706. So we have a firm. Let me look at my market watch where we can find good. Yeah, it's here. Expedia, FTX, Google, GME. I'm gonna pick up MU. MU. Because MU had a bullish engulfing and it's a potential good bullish hammer. So MU, I'm gonna pick up one more chip stock. I've not followed MU for a while. Go give me one moment. I'm gonna buy above Friday's high, which is 50. 49.65. Targets are 52.50 and 53.60. Yeah. So I have MU. I'll discuss all these uh, tickers which you have requested, but let's see who has joined and what they have asked. Hi Raghu, you can speak now. Okay, you don't want to speak. Let me look at Affirm. Affirm is primarily based on the consumers. Right now, the consumer market is not looking. So fundamentally, this is an area where I would refrain to add as a new position. If you have a previous position, there's no choice but to hold it. I will not add it here. If it goes down further, I may add a firm, but not at this point. I need consumer spending to increase so that people who are, because right now the credit on all these people.
I know.
Hi, just give me one moment. So the credit on the people is increasing substantially. So I would not see a firm going higher, posting some really good results. Yes, Raghu. You can speak now.
Hi, Nawal. Can you hear me?
Yes. I can hear you. Can you hear me?
I can hear you, Nova. Perfect.
Okay, maybe something is wrong on your end, Raghu. Paresh,
Now, like now, this quarter is ending.
yes.
Yeah. Can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you. But there is a lag between what you are saying and what we are getting. Can you try to reconnect, please, Raghu?
Hi, Nawal. This is Raghu. Can you hear me?
I can hear you. Can you try to reconnect yourself?
Oh, okay.
Maybe there is something not working properly. So let me read the comments. Affirm ENPH. ENPH is going down because of the energy thing, and there are gaps on ENPH. If it loses 270, it might see the gap of 257. So ENPH, I can add into my list as well. Let me add PNTH short. Sell below 269. $274 as a stop loss. Target is 254. And then there's a gap of 219, 220. There's high potential for this to work out. Yes, Mr. Reddy,
Naval, can you hear me now?
I can hear you.
Hi, Naval. Good evening. One question, you were talking about the fund. This is the last week for something, right? There was something the bonus or something you're depending on
Yes.
this week. Okay,
Yes.
I couldn't catch you that. Basically, I didn't understand fully. So, are you saying that they sell and create profits, and their bonus depends on that profits in this month?
Yes. Yes. Not in the quarter.
Okay, but
Like
if that is sorry, go ahead.
if you are a financial fund manager,
Right.
alongside your salary, you have substantial amount of bonuses attached to your fund's performance. All right. So right now, market is at almost year-to-day lows, just 1% above, right? So
Right.
if they do not have to show losses, they want to pick up the market so that at the end of the quarter, the market is around 39, 3,800. At least they are off from the bottom so that they can lock their performance for that time. And they're sitting on cash. So they have cash to move the market higher.
But now I don't understand is that the bonus depends on the realized profits or just unrealized profits?
See, at end of the quarter, they have to generate a report which shows that yes, at the end of this quarter, their fund was doing this performance. So if was negative as of that date, they will not get the bonus. And it doesn't mean that they're going to sell it. Their portfolio should stay above that range in some cases. In some cases, they do book the gains. So it depends on individual organization, but more or less, there is a goal so that they can get better. Because even if they are short, they want to close, they will close so that they can book the profit. If they do not have any position or they have existing position which are literally down, they will have that cash which is sitting on their sidelines because they are not investing at all. It's the retail investors who are coming into the market. So that money will push. The same thing which we happened in the last time in August. We had one single sided rally of 15%.
Okay, so then now going by this philosophy, then probably in every last week of the quarter or something, we will have some kind of bullish run.
Yes, you can check that.
Okay. No, I'm just asking.
You can validate that. It usually happens.
Okay. Thanks, Naval. I was just I wanted little elaboration. That okay. Thank you very
No
much.
problems. Yes, cities up. Go ahead.
Hey, Nava, how you doing?
I'm good.
What I meant is like maybe obviously you enjoy tech stocks, but maybe we can throw in like one off sector. For example, let's just say you realize crude is at a good level, possibly time to go bullish. Maybe we can talk about an oil stock just that day, right? Just kind of gives people something else to look at, because if sometimes tech goes down, but other sectors may go up. That was what I meant by my
Yes.
point there. I didn't say to do every sector. That would be taking forever, but maybe we just throw in something a little different for people, like oil, energy. Like Enfo is a beautiful one, but I don't think many people knew, right? That's what I meant by that. So sorry if I worded it wrong.
No, that's fine. I tend to do that, but instead of oil stocks, I usually do CAT, Boeing, LMT, John Deere.
Okay.
when I feel that yes, there's something to be played on the other side, because I prefer Dow stocks compared to
Okay.
any other stocks because they are easier to trade.
Do you ever do
And
like banks and stuff like GPM,
I
JPM?
do that. I do that, but
Okay.
right now they are not a good trades for me because the amount of move which is required to make money on them is not significant right now. We need some
True.
2, 3, 4% move, and because of high VIX, the option prices are really high on them. So end of the day, I don't make much money. But if there are cheaper options on banks, especially Bank of America or Goldman Sachs, I do push them. But I'm just waiting because this is not the right time for trading banks.
Okay, perfect. Like that's I just why I wanted to clarify what I said. I was like, hopefully it didn't come off the wrong way. I was just trying to see how
Yeah,
everybody else can benefit as well.
no, I do that. As I said, I prefer Dow stocks, and all these stocks are in the Dow Jones. So it's easier for me to track Dow Jones as compared to any other index because Dow Jones gives you a very clear picture of what's happening. 30 stocks easier to track.
Perfect. Thank you so much.
No problems. Yes, Raghu.
Hi, Naval. Naval, like since now this quarter is ending, so like most of the big tech companies, they will be allocating the shares to their employees. So that will have any impact or like for a run or because of that, this might be going down.
There are some quarter ending activities,
Mhm.
and that may lead to some price momentum on the higher side.
Okay.
Companies to buy. There are some buybacks which are due, which will be happening now.
Mhm.
Allocation to the staff or some staff exercising those options. So
Mhm.
that will happen, and
Okay.
that's why I'm bullish for the next 4 or 5 days.
Yeah, because like now these big tech companies, whatever the shares they offer for the employees on the discount. So this is the time for them to buy, like maybe the end of the start of the quarter. So that might
Yes,
give some push, I guess,
but that's not substantial as compared to the
to
amount.
the market make. Okay.
Yes. So
Yeah.
let's see. Let's see. We can go level by level. If 3720 breaks on the higher side, we'll go
Mhm.
and definitely look whether it is happening or not.
Okay.
But
Okay.
if nothing is working out, we'll wait.
Okay. Okay.
That's the
Okay.
best.
Thank you. Yeah.
I'll check Snow and D Dog, guys. Yes, Casey.
Hi, Naval. So I was trying to set up the chats, going through all your previous videos. It's all over place for me. But now I'm outside, so maybe some other time when you have leisure, this call you can show me if you can. That's one thing. And second thing, like initially the start of the call, you were talking about buying the gold. So how do you buy that? I just want to know.
You can go and physically buy the gold.
Okay, you mean that way, or
If you want to buy through ETF, you can buy through ETF. It's one and
okay?
same.
Okay, so what is the best ETF you suggest just if I have to buy like that?
See, in both sides, if you want to go to a jeweler and buy a 10, 100-gram biscuit, it's same as buying a ETF for the same dollar amount.
Okay. So how about the taxes then? Let's say if I bought it physically and then sell it. So how does that work? Will be taxed?
See, you have to show your income personally to the IRS that yes, you have made money on that.
Okay. Thank you.
If you buy through your IRA, you can get the physical gold as well in your IRA or in your Roth. Again, you have to check in your funds whether they allow you to buy physical gold or not. And they provide you the physical gold, which they retain, and you sell it and you can declare it in your income tax that yes, you have made money on that. But I'm looking for some more time on gold around
Okay.
1600, 1610, 1620, where I'm much more comfortable because I think from there on, gold should have some legs to move on.
Okay. I have another question. Maybe it's not related to what you're explaining now, but if any profits that were made on this gold, buying physically, will they offset the losses on the equities?
If you do that in future, yes.
Okay. Okay. Thanks, Naval. Thank you.
Physically, I have no idea that you need
Okay.
to you see it. But in future, like if you trade futures, gold futures, and you make money, you can offset your equity loss.
Okay. Okay. For physical, you want me to get in touch with my consultant?
Yes, you
Thank
need to check with your like accountant or something who can help you there.
Sure, sure. These questions are just out of curiosity. That's all. Thank you.
No problems. So we have a request on snow. So last time we did snow and we thought that yes, it's gonna break down and test 160, 465 area. It did that, but even right now, it's showing positive because it's right here. Friday it went and closed green, has strength. So once it crossed 175, I think it can have bullish momentum on snow. I'll also add snow into my list. It's looking good. So snow, positive, and it was green. I want to buy this above 34 EMA, which it failed on Friday. So let's see if it can cross 175.23. 175, let's make it 50. Stop loss, I'll keep 172-ish, which is Friday's low. Target is 181 and 189. So good risk reward on snow. Then we have D-Dog. D-Dog. D-Dog is at the bottom of this. Like if I create another channel, this is the bottom of that channel. If it has to bounce, that's a good area for a bounce on D-Dog. And again, you can enter above 90 on D-Dog, not here. But looking at all these candles, if you see a green candle, like right here, we had the red candle and then we had the green candle, move forward. Red candle after the low and then the green candle. If something similar happens here, there is a potential for 94 to 98 on D-Dog. Yes, Mr. Reddy.
And now I was following your snow thing. I didn't understand why you said it is so good, because it is in between the fib and it is below 34. And I mean, what is the reason that said it's looking good?
I see one thing.
Okay.
The long-term trend, the 12 line is above.
Okay.
34 line is at the bottom. So the long-term trend is positive.
Okay.
Okay. Now this is at the 50% above the 38.2%. So if it wanted, it would have tested 38 on Friday. It
Okay.
did not. Now if it recaptures 175, which is a 34 EMA, only then I'm going long.
Oh, okay. Okay.
About 2% from here.
Yeah. Okay. Okay. Yeah. Now I was trying to understand the logic behind. Okay. Thank
No,
you.
it's only above if it crosses there.
Yeah. Now one question. Sometimes you said that if it is in between the 12 and 34, don't enter, right? If I heard right.
Yes, but in this case, you see, every time it went down, it recaptured the 12 EMA, 34 EMA. Same day it recaptured the 12 EMA and went higher.
Okay.
You
Okay.
see this. So again, it's a area. It is still holding 38.2 Fibonacci. It failed at 61, but if it had to made low, it should have made low. Now, if I have another candle which is above, so this breakdown is a failed breakdown. Because then in that case, it is opening above the high of previous day. If it opened above the high of the previous day, hold it here, we can go long.
Got it. Okay. Okay. So this sticker kind of looks little exception for that rule. Okay.
No, it's not an exception. It's the basic thing. I'm expecting this to be a possible failed breakdown. That see, it went, tested the previous low, the previous low was 167.79, and then it made 167.14. So it break the previous low, went down, but then did it close higher? It did close higher. It did not close below 167. So it was a failed breakdown.
But in this case, Naval, if you look at the previous one, the 12 kind of touched the 34 eventually and then went up, right? Before
See,
that, yeah, sorry.
It opened here
Right.
at 170, went down, and again, this is an important topic. Let me explain one more time to all the people. This is the previous low, right? It opened here at
Right.
this price, went, made a new low. Did it held on to that low? No,
No.
it
Okay.
reversed.
Okay.
It's a failed breakdown.
Oh, okay. Okay. So it
Now, this is
opened
the
and
previous low. This is the previous low,
right.
and it opened here. It went on to make newer low, 167. Same thing like this, but it reversed. So it is a failed breakdown. And now, if it recaptures 175, it has potential to go higher.
When it goes higher, does it the target will be the 12 EMA or the above that?
12 EMA and then this area where it is struggling.
Okay.
That's why 189.
Okay. The first target will be 12 EMA.
Yes.
Okay. Thanks, Nava. I was just wanted to understand that when you why it is a bullish. Okay. Thank you.
Okay. I'm just picking up two more tickers. One is UPS. Francis Modrena has nothing to do, so I'll not cover that. UPS is a big gap on Friday, and they're back-to-back 3 gaps. So most likely, if you have an opening above Chiran, above 166, you can play into the gap, and once you play into the gap, you can look out for this low of 167. Right? So I would like to see if it can open above 166. That's UPS, and once it crosses this area, it will hold. It will test the next gap, which is at 174. So these are the 2 gaps you can play on UPS, children. Okta, MDB, all these stocks, they have broken a lot, and this is making a potential morning star if we can open above Friday's high, which is 55-ish. If it opens above 55-ish, if you have some confidence on Okta, because I don't track Okta much, it should test the 12 EM, which is around 61. So potential is high for Okta if it opens above 56 or 55, 25. All right. Anyone has any other question, guys? Aditya, airlines are bearish, jet has a gap of 4. Airlines are not moving, the crude is not moving because the consumer demand is going low. So yes, they are good levels to accumulate, but for a longer horizon, not for a short term. So if you're interested for next 3 years, 2 years, yes, you can start adding jets here. All right, guys, thank you. I hope this was useful to all of you. And if you have any questions, you can post those questions on Twitter. I will try to answer that. And let's see if market gives us opportunity to trade tomorrow morning with some good setups. All right. Thank you very much. Have a good night. Bye-bye.